So we're here at Blue Steel Guns with Maggie again. And Maggie, last time we talked, we were talking about, because you were sharing that there was a big concern about people that are coming on this side of the counter losing their guns. They're afraid they're going to lose their guns. They're worried about losing their guns. What is it that, and I probably have this couple questions in this one. What is it that is known, like what does the government know about the guns I own, and how would they know?
Okay, the only way they're going to know about what guns you own is to go back through every single gun store's records and check for your name, when it pops up, and how many guns did we sell you. Pull every single one of those white sheets. Do you know how much time and effort that takes? You guys probably have no idea.
Every citizen in the United States.
Yeah, okay, this is way too much paperwork for anybody to undertake, and I cannot imagine anybody willing to do this. There are archives, massive archives, of every single firearms store that has gone out of business, and there is the out of business records center.
It's like the last scene of Raiders of the Lost Ark kind of thing.
Like probably 20 bazillion times worse. I can't imagine that the organization, nothing is digital, and not everything is at all is digitized in this. This is manually checking paper forms, going through all the bad handwriting and the good handwriting that's on there, and trying to figure out each individual serial number, what was it, and who was the last person. Too much time and effort. Waste of time and effort. So the only way they're going to know what guns you have is when you report them stolen or missing, and you do your police report, and you're like, yep, that serial number, ATB004, yep, that one's mine. I want that one back when you find it. Reporting it missing on this date, hasn't been in my possession since then. Somewhere, maybe decades down the line, you may get a knock on your door and go, hey, we found this, belongs to you. You want it back? Yeah, heck yeah, I do. Or maybe not so much. I replaced it with something better, you know. So I don't know, but
because there's one that, like when we talked about this last time, some of the comments that came up were, well, if they go into the store and they seize the records or something like that.
Oh, seize the records, please, please take all this paperwork, please.
Is there? Because I mean, how many guns since you've been here? Because you've been here, it's been about 10 years, hasn't it? Or?
Okay, the store has been here. This shop opened in 2010, and the boss man has been in the firearms industry and the scene. He's one of those firearms scene kids, guys, way longer. And me, I am very, very, very new to this. 2021 will be my 7th year. This August, 2021, will be my 7th year in the firearms community.
How many guns do you think this store has sold in the 7 years you've been here?
As of, well, I just renewed our license, so we have to do a total of the number of guns that have passed through our doors within the X number of years of our business license. So I think
it's a convenient question to ask.
It is. It really is. So we're tiny. We're itty bitty. Just keep this in mind. Itty bitty, like 2 people full-time on payroll, itty bitty. We did over 5,000 firearms just at our, pardon me, we ran 5,000 background checks, over 5,000 background checks during that time. Now, the background checks that we run for you guys, I do not have to tell them how many guns you are getting. I don't tell them that, in fact. I don't have to tell them what serial numbers you're getting. All I have to do is say, are you picking up a long gun, or are you picking up a handgun, or are you picking up something that doesn't fit into one of those categories, which would be like a
shockwave.
Other, yeah. Pistol grip firearms, any other weapons, silencers, machine guns, stuff like that. That stuff, I don't even have to, I just pick other. They're just like, oh, it's something that's not exactly a handgun and not exactly a long gun with a shoulder stock on it.
Because I think what people's worry is I think they believe that next year there's going to be this massive effort to seize all, I even hate this term, but we're going to call them military-style weapons. How would they? Is there really a possibility for them to know?
Good freaking luck. I mean, what happens if you're in a terrible boating accident and all of your guns just go overboard? I mean, and you're just like, nope, sorry, I don't know what I would tell them if they came to.
Would they know if it was a, let's say if it was an AR-15 versus a lever action gun, if it's a long gun, or is there a way, like, I guess the question I'm trying to hopefully answer for people, because I hate to see the panic in people like that, because it seems so unnecessary.
No one's getting a hold of my records. I'm sorry, they can pry them from our cold dead hands. You have to have done something so egregiously bad, really bad, and even then we're not the first person that they're coming to. They're going to go to all your friends, they're going to go to your Facebook stuff first. They are, you know, you have already, if you're that far in trouble, you've already incriminated yourself. Like, there's nothing on my end of it. This is just they'll come in and pick up the paperwork. Oh yeah, he wasn't here, one of those guns was in his collection. That's it. That's what, I don't give out any of that information unless they come with massive amounts of paperwork and everything. Good luck.
Well, and the other piece of this is just to imagine the undertaking that it would the undertaking that it would take to find out the sheer volume of long guns out there and who owns them and how many. To put that credibility in the government to be able to pull something like that off.
No offense.
Quite entertaining as well, because generally the government is not good at stuff like that at all.
Hey, they're great at spending money.
They are good at spending money.
They are fantastic at spending money. I pay a lot of money for taxes, and man, be nice to see as much money. I'd love to waste as much money as the government does. That'd be cool.
So it really just, I mean, it really seems, and I know people are going to say, well, what about this? What about, you know, there's going to be other things, but I couldn't even imagine how many people in this country own, let's just say, a magazine-fed semi-automatic rifle. I think is a better description, because that's really what it is.
That is exactly what it is.
If it was a military-style weapon, it'd be fully auto, or at least be 3-round burst.
Yeah.
So you're talking about a magazine-fed semi-automatic rifle with a pistol grip is ultimately what they're talking about. Oh.
Whoa.
And how many of those could there possibly be out there? I mean, there would just be no way that the government could possibly know who has what. I mean, can you see any possible way, unless they're looking for a specific person, but then that's on that person.
Yeah, that is totally on that person. Yeah, they're, trust me, they don't care. They really, we've sold too many guns for them to keep track of at this point. They don't care. Until you do something wrong, like royally screw up. Please don't do that. Please, 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 please don't do that. But until you royally screw up, they don't care.
Yeah.
So
really, in the end, I mean, if there's really just no way for them to know what guns you have.
I'm not telling.
I mean, and there's definitely not a registry.
No, so. There is. Okay, so there isn't a registry for us here in the state of Missouri. Some states actually do keep. It is a matter of state record, because I'm sure we're going to get flamed in the comments for this.
All right, so. You know, as I watch comments on people worrying about it, I'm not worried about it at all, to be quite honest.
I'm not worried.
But a lot of people are really concerned about it. On a scale of 1 to 10, how concerned are you about it?
Like, I have zero concerns at the moment. I don't know. This is definitely one of those questions that I will put to my federal agents. We're up for an audit at some point this year, next year. Some of our lovely federal agents will come and answer a bunch of questions. I save up a lot of questions to ask them, and this is going to be one of those that I can put to them, and then we can definitely revisit this later, and you guys can go, well, Maggie's feds said this, and let me tell you, Maggie's feds are, don't you dare flame my feds. I'm the only one that gets to say anything bad about them, because I know them, so you can't say anything about them until you know them personally, and I'm going to hold the rest of you the same thing. Nobody else can say anything bad about you until they know you personally. So,
awesome. Well,
so
Maggie,
don't.
thank you so much. We really appreciate your call. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Thanks for hanging out here. And as always, it is such a pleasure to get to talk to you.
Absolutely.
So we'll see you next time, Mark. Take care, Internet.